I really enjoy helping people. I guess that's not too much of a like revelation or anything, but I love being able to bring joy. I know I may be part of the younger crowd, but I like to think that I'm a little bit more mature than my peers, and I guess peers is a relative term. It's who you choose to hang out with. Um, so I just really want to see people in the world succeed. I want to be able to provide happiness. I want to be able to um, help people get through the night, or maybe just get through whatever rough time that they're having. That's the main reason I started streaming. That's the main reason I want to become a YouTuber. A lot of my influence comes from Markiplier. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, or I mean, you probably have if you even keep up with memes, maybe even remotely. But he was my main inspiration for a long while. But he's become too engrossed in the fact that he's become popular, and I hope that I'm able to just keep some sort of humility and just humbleness, um, if that's even a word, because I know I'm just a person. I'm just a guy, and no matter what I say, no matter what I end up rambling, I just want to be able to have somebody look at me, look at my content, and say that man is a good guy, and like I just want to make them laugh. I want to make them smile because there's so much rough stuff in the world. Um, I'm sure a lot of content creators share that sentiment, but it's something I'm hoping to fulfill one day. You know, like if people start making like fan art of me or whatever, I'm gonna be absolutely blown away. I'm gonna be not necessarily mortified or petrified. Those aren't the right words, but I'm gonna be so flabbergasted. I'm not gonna be able to know what I do with myself. And for somebody like you who has close to 800 followers already, or for someone like Hebe, I think that was her name, Hebe. I'm so bad with names. He not Hebe, but Heme, who's got 500 followers. Like you guys have been working at it for a little while, and I know that stuff like this takes work, but I absolutely 100% respect what you do. I love hanging out with people like you guys who just seem like genuinely good people who are just either doing this as a hobby or just sharing what they enjoy with the world. And I have tons of respect for you. Um, I just can't wait to be, I guess, considered up there with you guys. I know I've got a long ways to go, or maybe I don't have as long as I think I do, and it's just gonna take some consistency and regularity. But that's where I'm aiming to be. And whoever's listening to the stream at this moment, I guess you get a little bit of insight to who I am as a person. Um, I may goof off and just be silly, but I really just want to make the world a better place for everybody. It's maybe a bit naive because the world's a harsh place, but whoever's listening, whoever's watching this VOD, whoever may be watching this video that I turn into a YouTube edit at some point, that's what I've got going for me right now. No matter how crazy this world may get. Maybe I need to play Rocket League when I'm drunk more often. I'm missing a little bit of stuff, but I'm coming up with some pretty sick free play plays. Rip Corbin, also, wherever he may be. I see you answering in Corbin's chat. I haven't been looking at that, but I'm catching up right now. You love drinks also. Appreciate the words, man. Really do. Went on a little mini ramble there. Probably my sign to stop drinking for the night, huh? And I know analytics aren't everything. It's all about the personality. But I've just seen so many people consumed by analytics. I like to compare numbers to just see how long it took certain people to get to where. Not necessarily just to be like, oh well, it took you that long to get there, and I'm getting there in this amount of time. It's more of a thing for me of approximating and estimating what my growth curve would be. Um, which I know is going to end up being different for every person because honestly, there's no telling how many random viewers just joined your chat and ended up subscribing or following or whatever the case may be if you've reached affiliate, which you probably have considering you have almost 800 followers. But there's no telling who's out there. There's no telling who's going to click on what at exactly what time, and especially if you've got a YouTube channel running and everything like that. There's no telling who comes from where. So I'm never gonna be too concerned of like, oh man, I've only got 300 followers and only 10 of them are subscribed. I'm not gonna be too worried about that because that's not what it's about. It's about just being not necessarily a source of entertainment, just somebody to be there to relate to them, to go through what they go through whenever they play a game, to be scared and jump scared with them if they're playing a horror game, to be victorious whenever they get a really sick Rocket League goal or whatever the case may be. You know, it's just something to experience with someone else. It's to feel that connection that you may not get elsewhere in your life. And there's a lot I have to say about that, but I really only express it whenever I'm in a mood for drinks or whenever I've had too many, because there's just so much to unpack there. It's insane, and I hate getting political on it or attribute a certain feeling to any one thing because technically, and I'm a very legitimate person. There's a legitimate literal is what I meant to say. Um, there's a very literal sense in what can and can't be done and what happens. But whenever you say there's an infinite number of possibilities of where a person comes from or what they think or what they approve of, that's completely 100% true. Each person is their own, and there's no way you can predict or quantify what someone may or may not do. So I live based off what I'm able to do. I live based off what other people may see and what they quantify as important. I try to figure out people as soon as I can. That way I know um, what they're after. And there's just a lot of things that go into thinking about stuff like this. And I get lost in my own mind sometimes, I guess. But should probably stop rambling because it's not gonna be making too much sense. But I just love being there for people. I love helping them because as average of a life as I lived, I know people out there who have had so much worse or they come from much rougher backgrounds, and I just want to take that away from them. And I'm sure every content creator at some point starts at that. But I hope I'd be able to look back on a clip such as this if I even if I even end up making a clip of this rant, um, and just humble myself if I ever blow up and make it big or whatever you consider to be success in the streaming world or the YouTube world or whatever have you. It's just something where I want to be pure. I want to be intentional. I don't want to be manipulative. I don't want to be somebody who just becomes their brand.